Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly reading for August 19th to the 25th. This is for Pisces, Pisces rising, Pisces moon, and we're going to jump right into it, Pisces. This is a huge week. This is, we're here mid-month, mid-year. I talk about this in your monthly forecast, your annual forecast. This is a big one, all right? We got the full moon in Aquarius, but we got a lot of other activities aspects that are happening. And remember, last week there were many that overlap with what's happening this week. So I'll bring a couple of those up, the ones that are relevant. But this full moon is really big. We've got two T squares, and the full moon's at 27 degrees. So it's and then we've got Mercury squaring Uranus, not on the whiteboard, but it's happening at the same time. We've got the Sun squaring Uranus. All at 27 degrees. So I talked about this in my last live stream a little bit. 27 is mutable energy. You're a mutable sign. This is just adapting to some changes that are going to be happening. I feel like this is going to be a big one for you. I feel like, because we have these Saturn squares, Saturn is in your sign, as you know. This could be a huge, huge change in your life is about to happen, okay? It could also be pretty emotional for you. I mean, the full moon in Aquarius does rule your 12th house, and you are the native ruler of the 12th house, but just intuitively, and the 12th house does rule intuition. But let me just say, energetically, I'm getting one a full moon that may be pretty emotional for you. And it can be in a great way, right? And there's something that it's changing in your life. And it's something that you may recognize. I'm finally changing. This is changing. This is happening. Okay. But 27, break it down. 2, 7 equals 9. And then you got to think about the day. Full moon in Aquarius happening on August 19th. 8 plus 1 equals 9. 9 plus 9 equals 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9. 9 is a really strong number during this time. 9 is just at a sheer coincidence, or maybe not. 9 is associated with the humanitarian and humanity. What are the chances that Aquarius is the humanitarian that rules humanity? So there may be something here, as in your role that you play, okay, for that. Now, 9 is also fulfillment. 9, a couple other things, but it is linked to Mars. So really strong Mars energy. Remember, Mars just conjuncted Jupiter. Gemini, that is your 4th house. So there could be some activity with home. Did you move, Pisces? Did you move? Are you thinking about moving? Are you moving in with someone? Are you thinking about it? Remember, Venus is in Virgo in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So very analytical. And, it also could be something with your work. What is it? Work-home relationship. There is something here. Domestic sector, family, children, significant other. Anyway, it's going to be activated because remember, Mars is squaring Saturn with Jupiter. All right. But before we go to that, just remember, full moons illuminate. So something will be illuminated for you. Full moons bring things to the surface. There is a sense of culmination. And this is the end of a cycle. This is the end of a cycle that started back in February with a corresponding new moon in Aquarius. So something is definitely ending, and it could be something up here, because it's in your 12th house. So I should be pointing to your pineal gland. It's in the middle. It's not on your forehead, but it's in the middle. But that it's your third eye, right? Intuition. Anyway, it's all happening up here. 12th house is the subconscious as well. It's everything beyond the physical plane. It's, a lot of spirituality, a lot of healing there as well. So this full moon is going to be really potent happening in your 12th house. Pay attention to your dreams around this time. Okay. Pay attention to your dreams, because that's the 12th house as well. You could be getting messages through your dreams around this time. Your imagination could be really heightened, and your intuition. 12th house is also hidden enemies as well. So when I say things come to the surface, you could, there could be some exploring of that as well. All right. Now, and Aquarius energy is very radical. It's very revolutionary. Think about, it's like the rebel, right? Aquarius is like the rebel, James Dean, iconic Aquarius. So this is also freedom, you breaking free from something that you're just like, okay, I'm ready to move forward. Now, Uranus is Aquarius's ruling planet. And remember, Mercury will be squaring Uranus. That's happening in Taurus in your 3rd house. Something here where you may hear surprising news. It could be even the way that you communicate with people, that you realize like, I'm going to change this way. It's all in your third house of communication. That's why I'm saying this. It's just very interesting. Third house is also travel. There could be some sort of elements of travel that come around this time. Maybe you hear news that you do have to travel, and it can be work related, because we are moving into Virgo season. We'll talk about that in a second. And it is also siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and neighbors. So there could be something with neighbors here. Remember, you got Mars and Jupiter and Gemini in your domestic sector. Just remember that we're still in Leo season. So the sun is in Leo. We've got the moon in Aquarius, and we've got Mercury in Taurus. So that's 3 fixed signs during this full moon. All right. So you've got some wiggle room, but there's that breakthrough energy. You may have to put just a little bit more effort into that breakthrough because this fixed energy is like unbudgeable. But again, you have wiggle room. All right. It's just all about compromise. And remember what I said, 27 degrees, a mutable degree, just being flexible around this time, but also initiating the changes that you want for yourself, because remember, we're ending a cycle and you create your reality for this next cycle. Pisces, what do you want? All right, what do you want? Now, Jupiter, your ruler, by the way, is squaring Saturn in your sign. So you're really going to feel this. This is the greater benefic and the greater malefic as well. And they're having a staring contest around this time. I don't know if you remember back to December 2020. All right. That's when we started this Jupiter-Saturn story. They conjuncted. It's a whole 20-year cycle. This is the first of 3 squares that we're going to experience. We have another one on December 24th. Remember what I said in your monthly forecast? This month is all about practicing patience, okay? Jupiter's wisdom, optimism, your spiritual growth. And Saturn just wants you to be disciplined. Remember, Saturn is disciplined. Saturn restricts limitations. So again, there may be something challenging your spiritual growth. It's a test. That's all it is. Remember, Saturn rewards you. Saturn is karma. Saturn represents karma. All right. And it's time. Saturn is Chronos. And so something here for that you may feel it almost, with all these retrogrades and Mercury retrograde at the same time, it always feels like there's something that you want, but it feels like, this is going to take forever. Just remember, it's an aspect that's going to pass. So even though it may feel it's not. You're going to be fine. All right. And you may be creating these new structures and systems in your life around this time as well. Now, just be flexible. That really is, honestly, that's the whole shebang. Be flexible, practice patience around this time. Just continue to grow, have your spiritual growth. You've got this. You've got, this full moon in your 12th house. 12th house is also, things happening behind the scenes. So there could be things happening behind the scenes for you around this time. Okay. Just stay true to your authentic self. You're going to be absolutely fine. Just remember, love is the highest frequency. Tap into that energy, tune into that frequency, and just radiate. You've got this light inside you. All right. Just radiate it. This light is healing. Be that strength for yourself, for other people. This is going to be a big week for you. All right. It's going to be a big week for everyone, but it's happening. The Saturn square is happening in your sign. So if you're Pisces rising, you will definitely feel it more than Pisces, but every Pisces is going to feel it. Now, we move into Virgo season on Thursday, August 22nd. This is where you're probably going to spend a lot of time being focused on just being really productive, especially when it comes to partnerships and relationships. Remember, that's where what Virgo rules for you. And it can be work, it can be career, it can be love, romance, just commitment here. A commitment. And also, in a sense of like service to others, that's what Virgo rules. There could be something here with work. There honestly could be something here with work for you. There could be something here with a focus on health and fitness, wellness, diet as well during Virgo season. But in terms of like partnerships, so it could even be your relationship with like a health professional, or, even family members. You've got so much family stuff happening around this time. Now, Venus in Virgo. So that's going to be for the next 4 weeks, officially moving into Virgo season. Now, Venus is going to square Mars. Venus is in Virgo. Mars is in Gemini. So again, there's something here that can have to do, like, if the highest potential would be like a significant other, partnership at home, but again, it can just be any sort of partnership that resonates with you, where you just have a little moment of just not seeing eye to eye. It can be a relationship, friendship, situationship. There's just remember, stay frosty, be cool. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Venus just wants compromise. All right. So work with that Venus energy in terms of compromising and knowing that you control your reactions, but you also control your reality. All right, Pisces. So work with this energy. If you are in a romantic relationship, there could be something here that actually really stokes the flames. So again, you handle these energies. It's how you take that action where you can direct these aspects in your favor. All right. Now, and you may also be questioning the health of a relationship around this time. Okay. Like, is this sustainable? Is this working? Remember, Mercury is retrograde too. So maybe even decisions that you made, you're coming to a place where you're like, okay, I know which way to go with this. Now, Mercury will sextile Mars on August 23rd. I'm sorry, I know I'm losing my voice. So I'm trying to get really close to the mic here. Mercury will sextile Mars on Friday, August 23rd. This is amazing. This is a very harmonious aspect. It's very stimulating. There's something here. You could get some sort of news, have some sort of communication. Again, with your domestic sector, that's where Mars is for you. Now, remember, Mercury is retrograde still. There is a sense of adventure, maybe even trips that you may be thinking about taking around this time. Travel, communication is really highlighted. Socializing is really highlighted, especially for nostalgic reasons, because Mercury is retrograde. And so I would not be surprised if you take a trip for work, or if you do something in a capacity of work where someone from your past is involved. You may even get messages or communications like email or whatnot from a former boss or colleague, even be thinking about them. You could be the one reaching out to them too. Remember, this is for the collective. So, but there is more of a sense of nostalgia here that feels really nice. Now, that's it. That's it. I'm like looking at my notes, like that's it. You see, I also put the dates for next week, the key dates I talked about in your monthly forecast, because I want you to see, even though this is just really strong energy, it's like going up a hill. It's like hiking, it gets steeper and steeper and steeper. And it seems like the path gets more narrow and narrow and narrow, but then you get to the top. I mean, you get rewarded. Remember, Saturn rewards you. You get that $1 million view at the summit. You take a selfie, all that good stuff. All right. So that's what's happening here. It's like this crescendo, and then you get back to all this wonderful stuff with Venus trining Uranus and Venus trining Pluto. Oh my goodness. Huge, big, auspicious aspects. And then Mercury goes direct, so Mercury's no longer retrograde. That's really big. Really big. A lot of love energy for sure. Love and money, especially when you think about Venus moving into Libra that week as well. Venus being the ruling planet in her domicile in Libra, that is your 8th house. So really deep intensity with love, relationships, and finances, even like business partners and whatnot. Anyway, we'll talk about that. Let's get started, Pisces. Let's see what's going on for you for August 19th to the 25th. Again, for Pisces, Pisces rising, Pisces moon. If you want to read for any other placements in your chart, you are absolutely welcome to. So, Pisces, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. I do a traditional cultic cross spread. It offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Pisces, y'all are amazing. You look really good today. I love your haircut. You look amazing. I hope you're having an amazing week. Let's get started, Pisces. I'm personally very curious as to what we can expect here. Okay, so, okay. So you're good. You just got to get out of your head. but you're good. Everything you want is happening. You're on the right path. Just take that action. Take that action. Wow. All right. Well, you got the Nine of Pentacles. Really great. Nine of Pentacles, interestingly enough, has been coming up quite often. And there's always one card that comes up more frequently than others in the weekly readings for all the zodiac signs. So if you are a cross watcher, I'm sure you've seen the Nine of Pentacles come up. And when I say cross watcher, you reading for your rising or your moon or for your kid or your husband, whatever it is. But the reason why it is significant this week is this card is attributed to Venus and Virgo. And so did y'all move into some new partnership that made you feel great? It's possible. Venus and Virgo, again, rules your 7th house, partnerships, relationships, and it can be love. It can be, you see the symbol of Venus all over again, by the way. So it can be love. It can be relationships as well. Remember, Pentacles are your physical reality. But money and wealth, there could be something career here as well. All right. So there could be something. And even if you didn't with, partnerships and relationships or commitments, there's a sense of self-sufficiency with this card. Like she's earned her spot here, standing in her garden of abundance, and just, oh, so nice. So nice. A lot of enlightenment. Now, speaking of enlightenment, you got another 9. Interesting. Remember I said 9 is fulfillment. Now, you got the 9 of Cups, which makes it even better. 9 of Cups, card of total satisfaction in the heart of your spread. This is your dreams coming true, your wishes coming true. We say this is the wish come true card because it is that card of satisfaction. You can even see him sitting there. It's, first of all, I say this is genie in a bottle energy. He looks like he's a genie in a bottle. You see the cups over his head, and so a lot of enlightenment, but it's as if he's showing off his cups like they are trophies. He's proud of himself. So if you're proud of yourself for getting to this point, for something that you're going to get, a lot of y'all have already gotten it. Okay, so it's adjusting to this new thing that you wanted. All right, big energy that's coming through, and this is your card. This is your card. Jupiter in Pisces is what it's attributed to. So you're great. You're good. You're good. This is going to be a great week. Continue to manifest those things that you want. Things are happening for you. You see that things are changing. There is a shift. Now, you do have the King of Wands in your challenge area. I'm not getting a big energy of that, but should there be any sort of not seeing eye to eye, it really can be with something like a colleague. Okay, so keep that in mind. There may be just not seeing eye to eye with a colleague this week. It could even be a boss or a manager. It could also be someone who is, it's almost like they're in the way of your growth, your like personal growth, your spiritual growth, your transformation. Someone that could just not, like, I'm not saying that they're going to take that away from you, but just in the way. You've got to communicate. You have to communicate here. Now, 5 of Wands in your crown. All right. So again, I'm getting more colleague energy. It could be you are not seeing eye to eye with a colleague, or you could be having these ideas and thoughts of a colleague, or even a work situation, or just even something that you're passionate about, where it's almost like you are getting in your own way. So I want you to be very mindful of that. I want you to be very mindful. 5 of Wands is it's a challenge card. It's not the most serious one. All right. It's just kids swinging their wands in the air. But then it indicates ego. Okay. A lot of egos at play. Like, listen to me, that type of energy. So rise above that. That's remember what comes after the 5 of Wands is 6 of Wands. All right. So rise above that. Trust your intuition, be in tune with your higher self, okay? This is not worth your time. Energy is what it is. It's also a Leo card. So again, Leo ruling your 6th house. Work. All right. So, and then clarified, you got the Hierophant. So yeah, it just seems like everybody wants, you may be in a situation where a lot of people might want to be heard. And there's a lot of noise that you have to cut through. Okay. The second thing is, you did get the Hierophant, which is really great. So it's almost like if you find yourself being in your head or questioning yourself or, really wanting to just go, after someone, because remember, that's a lot of egos here. This is likely going to be something that is, you get through it, you got the Hierophant, okay? And it seems like, remember what I said, when you rise above, everything's good. And then you become the leader. You become the voice of reason, a lot of wisdom with the Hierophant. So the other thing is like that intuitive. I talked about intuitive. Yeah, so that intuitive energy, you may feel just really strongly. Just again, cut through the noise. And when I say cut through the noise, focus more on your higher mind. Shift from your physical mind to your higher mind. That's going to make a really big difference. The Hierophant is such a spiritual card. And then now you have the King of Swords and the Rudier spread. You are feeling amped up. You're feeling this power, especially a power to communicate, a power to even speak about things. It seems like you're just moving into a place where you're having this strong leadership quality, but a lot of people listening to you. And when I say that, even if you're not here for work, that can even be within a family environment, within a community, but there is this sense of just powering up, knowing your power. All right. The sense of authority, but also this is a week where you could be thinking a lot. There's a lot of cerebral activity, and this is more physical mind here, right? The King of Swords, but it's really interesting because the King of Swords is Aquarius, and remember, Aquarius rules your 12th house, which is more of the higher mind, intuition, but have that balance of both. But just know that you've got a lot of power here. A lot of it can be because you've gotten things that you want. Now you also have the Two of Wands in your future. Plan. That's all it's saying, is just plan the next steps. Are you here for there may be some money stuff. I'll clarify this one for you. You got Temperance too. Yeah, I think when you take that step it's okay. So what's happening here is there is abundance coming into your life. Things that you have wanted, you're feeling very satisfied, but there is this next step. Remember, we're closing out a chapter this week and we're moving into this next chapter, and it's for you to start planning that next step. And it can be within this, let's say, like maybe you did get a new job, so now kind of like creating the path forward, right? Maybe you just started a relationship, creating that path forward. Whatever it is, there is this next step energy. Take that time to plan. Take that time to plan, and you're going to do it with this. I mean, you got Temperance, so a lot of balance here. The Temperance literally means self-restraint. And so when we say balance, when we say moderation, it's not going too fast. It's, going at a tempo that you're comfortable with, that you're, comfortable with that vibration. But having that within you, okay, that temperance within you, even in your mind, peace of mind, but have it all together, mind, body, spirit. That's going to make the biggest difference. Can you hear me, by the way? My voice is completely gone. This is really great. You got an Archangel in your future. Remember, I said this is a month of practicing patience. I think that you're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely good here. Just don't let anyone, create this noise in your head. I mean, you're fine. You're good. All right, let's get to your stuff. Pisces, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, let me know what's going on. And we'll, there's, I really want to tell you something that's happening, but I'm going to wait until after I do this. Okay. Let me do the stuff. I love you. All right. Let's see what's going on. Yeah. Okay. So this is definitely going to be look at what's going on here. Look at what you got. So let's just get started. You got the Magician. Yeah. So when I talk about this new cycle, this new even phase, maybe in a certain relationship or partnership or even work related, family related, it's just something new, and it's what you want. It's what you want. You're getting it. You got the Magician. So we're kicking off this new journey. Like I said, you're kicking off this new cycle, and the biggest takeaway, the Magician, the power to manifest whatever he wants by taking that action. It's a very active card. All right. Very active, the Magician, as opposed to, let's say the Hermit, which is more passive. That's asking you to go within. All right. So continue to take that action for your next steps. Now you got the Hermit. Very interesting that you got the Hermit. And I say that because you've got, okay, well, let me just tell you, the Hermit that's just going within, right? Remember that, a metaphor I made earlier about climbing the hill. He made it. He's at the top of the hill, the Hermit. So he's achieved a lot of his accomplishments, or has reached a lot of his accomplishments, and reached the summit. And so there it is. You're up there. You made it. What's next? Go within. You've got the answers within you. So this is just saying, take that time out, have that introspective moment. It's going to bring out all this wisdom in you. In fact, you've got two cards here that are like, what's next? Let me plan what's next. The Hermit came in your external factors area, so there may be someone else involved. The Hermit is Virgo, and so remember, Virgo rules your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Someone could be taking time out with you, part of your journey, but he wants to know what's next. So does the Two of Wands. You see, he's got the world in his hand. He's standing at the highest point in the castle, so he's got this great view. He can see the lay of the land as well. So plan things out. This is a great week for planning. It's going to bring that balance within you, mind, body, spirit. Speaking of pineal gland, I mean, you see the golden disc on the archangel's forehead here. So again, that grace, that intuition, that balance, it's of polarities as well. But it seems like you're going to be fine. That's the thing. There's nothing here that you've got the Page of Swords. That's great. You're ready. You're ready to move forward. There's another sign saying, let's get to it. I got these great ideas. I'm ready to go in. I want to be stimulated. I've had my intuitive downloads. You're ready. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles in your final outcome. So you're ready to just get going and continue working and reach your goals, reach your finish line, reach your legacy. All right. So a lot of money stuff here in your final outcome with the Pentacles, but remember, Pentacles are your physical reality as well. There's something you're going to be working hard toward, something that you're going to be working hard toward on this next journey. I'll clarify that one for you too. I was going to say that, oh yeah, big one. You got Death here. Okay. Death is one of the best cards in the deck. I'm so glad that you got it. Remember what I said. You're going through a transformative week. You're going through a transformative moment. Saturn in your sign, even Neptune. Don't forget Neptune's retrograde, 29 degrees is big. It's a critical degree and erratic degree. So that's in your sign as well. Anyway, you're going through a big moment. You're going through some changes. You know that, but this is saying you're looking forward to it. This is, whistling while you work energy. Okay. You're not being distracted. Death, huge transformational process that's happening for you. Okay. Really like Pisces 2.0. Pisces 2.0 coming out. All right. So I really love that. What I was going to say earlier is that if you look down your your staff here, you've got Sun in Virgo, you've got Page of Swords, you got the Hermit, who is Virgo, and then you got the Magician. Mercurial energy with Page of Swords. Magician is attributed to Mercury. Mercury is Virgo's ruling planet. So you've got a lot of Mercury energy here, Mercurial energy. So there really is a good sense of service to others, all right, and communicating that, and even thinking that, processing that. So keep that in mind. And again, it can be in terms of partnerships and relationships, new ones that you're seeking, new ones that you're in, even ones that you're in, and now you're collaborating, thinking about doing something together forward. But there is total transformation happening in your life, and it is this spiritual evolution that you're going through as well, for sure, 1000%. Pisces. Wow. All right. So you're good. I mean, you're absolutely good here. There's really nothing that it's just like, you may not see eye to eye with someone on something. Just, be graceful in that situation. You're good. You're ready to go. You got this new thing happening. You're great. Pisces, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you subscribe, Leave comments. Let me know what's going on. And next week, remember I pointed out you got Venus trining Pluto. You've got Venus trining Uranus. Trines are extremely auspicious. This is big. This is really big, okay? And then Venus moving into Libra, which is absolutely big for you. That's huge. Lots happening here. I wouldn't be surprised if you got some surprising message August 27th. Mark that in your calendar. Or around that time. It can have to do with money, or it could do something, have to do something with like love as well, or even just creativity, something in terms of like creating something. But it's just, I like that one. I like that. It's really great. It's really great. All the aspects are great. Remember, Mercury is going direct. So yes, you can sign contracts and whatnot. The thing that I was going to say, do we have time? Okay. Just real quick, Pisces, just real quick, just for you. I'm going to be doing September forecasts. And when I say you're going through some big changes, you're going through some absolutely big changes. When I say Pisces 2.0, I really want you to know that you have to take this action for these changes of your life, in your life, if you haven't already, because this is big. This is really big. Next month, we do have an eclipse in your sign, and it's kind of like a little preview for next year, when we have the nodes moving into your sign and Virgo. I mean, there's a lot happening. So Pisces, your life is changing. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm gonna let you go. I know I can talk. I'm a Gemini rising. I can talk. Y'all are amazing, Pisces. Thanks so much. I will see you next week. Bye bye.